love to not just act, but also to make a difference.
So I want to be gay Albert Einstein and win an Oscar.
Mom, you can't say this shit about your base. God, you're worse on social media than Carrie.
What? Whoa. Take that back.
Hey, now we're all on the same team here.
Okay, you're right. I'm sorry. That was too far.
I just feel really lucky. I think I've been in show business a long time, and so I'm very appreciative to get to work with brilliant actors like Ken and killer great showrunners like Chris Kelly and Sarah Schneider and our amazing cast. And so I feel very fortunate.
We are finding our audience and they're sticking with us and we're back. I'm really, really excited. A lot of this season, this whole season is so funny. I can't wait for people to see it.
I feel very, very lucky that I got to be a part of this show from the pilot on. I knew it was a special show, and I hope that people would, discover it and love it as much as I did.
I really enjoy how these characters are kind of leveling up with their success, and that is bringing new problems for them. And I think that's like a really fun thing to play off of the people on the show. I also, obviously love everybody on the cast. And anytime we spend time together, my life is happy. That was not a sentence. My life is happy. But I'm very happy to hang out with them, and it's really fun to go to work.
My character, Pat, she has an empire now. She is very famous. Her kids, Carrie and Brooke, are also having success, and they're feeling like they have more control in their lives. Her son, Chase Dreams, is turning 18. So things are going very well for all of them. But Pat has to figure out how to navigate all that because she's never been this famous. At her heart, she is still a mom from the Midwest, from Ohio. And so this is all new to her. And I think it's not quite what she thought it was going to be.
And for Streeter, things couldn't be better work-wise. He's got 2 gigantic clients in which he's receiving 10 to 20% of their income. But he's trying to kind of, broaden his scope and who he represents. And he's heard that this TikTok thing is where it's at. So he's trying to sign some talent from TikTok. Not sure exactly what to do with them, but he's doing that. And then in terms of his personal life, things have been good since Pat laid out the truth about me being a little needy and a little too clingy. And so I think over the course of the pandemic, we have worked through it, and we're in a good place, except for the fact that she's so damn successful and doesn't have a lot of time on her hands to spend with me.
I think Carrie is gaining more success and reaching these milestones that he in his head had set for himself, but he's not quite feeling good still. And I think he's moving the goalposts for himself. Every time he achieves something, he kind of doesn't really take that in. Funny, like I remember into season 1, Carrie had just been having such a tough go all season. You're playing all these scenes, and I think like at the end of the season, he got a win. And it was just a win that had not had the rug pulled out from it yet. And I was trying to be happy as Carrie and smile as Carrie. And I was like, does this feel right? Like, what does Carrie smile like? How is Carrie satisfied? What does that look like on Carrie? And I think that kind of speaks to the character of like, Carrie smiled genuinely?
Drew is just so sweet. He's a really funny storyteller in real life. He just so sweet and thoughtful, and he's just so great to work with.
Well, Drew and I have been roommates for the last 2 seasons. So when we go to New York to shoot, we pool our money together and get an apartment where we both live. And we've enjoyed it. I mean, I'm speaking for Drew now, and if he has something different to say, then he'll say it.
We got shut down for COVID halfway through the 2nd season, and then we picked back up like a year later. And Ken and I, because at that time you couldn't really fly back and forth a lot, we just got a place together and really enjoyed it. So we lived together for the whole 3rd season. in Brooklyn, and it was very, very fun.
He's just such a wonderful human being and
Mhm.
super funny. And we would constantly do bits. And one of the things that I would always do, because I was always up before him, unless he was going to shoot something, and he would walk in the room and I would always be covering myself up.
Even though he was fully clothed, he would kind of be like, oh, and cover himself as if he was nude. And I was walking in on him changing. And it was funny at first, and then it got unfunny. And then the more he did it, the more funny it became.
Standing in the corner, and he came back from a long night of shooting, and he thought he was by himself, and I didn't say anything. I was just standing there, and I saw this whole process of him like releasing the day's work.
Was that right? I wonder if I could have done that a different way. Don't worry, they cast you for a reason.
A real private moment. And then I was like,
And he was like, oh no, I think Drew's gonna like start crying or something. Or I've let this go on too long that now I feel like I'm violating Drew's privacy. So he just kind of went, hey, sorry, I'm here. And I jumped and immediately started laughing. And I was like, have you been watching me this whole time? And he was like, yeah. It was, I didn't know how to stop it. And then I felt like you were having a moment. So I thought maybe you would leave and I could just pretend like it didn't happen. It was very, very funny.